Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm Wendy, and this is a look at the Hunter talents for the Legion Beta. So, without further ado, let's get started. First off, let's take a look at the Beast Mastery talents. So, our level 15 talents, we have Big Game Hunter. Increases the critical strike chance of your auto shot and Cobra shot by 50% on targets who are above 80% health. After that, we have Way of the Cobra. Cobra shot deals 10% increased damage for every pet or guardian you have active. Third, we have Dire Stable. Dire Beast generates 8 additional focus over its duration. For level 30 talents, we have Stomp. When your Dire Beast charges in, they will stomp the ground, dealing X amount of physical damage to all nearby enemies. Next, we have Dire Frenzy. Replaces Dire Beast. It causes your pet to enter a frenzy, performing a flurry of 5 attacks on the target and gaining 30% increased attack speed for 8 seconds, stacking up 3 times. Third, we have Chimera Shot. A 2-headed shot that hits your primary target and another nearby target, dealing X amount of nature damage to one and X amount of frost damage to the other. Generates 10 focus for every target hit. For our level 45 talents, we have Post Haste. Disengage also frees you from all movement impairing effects and increases your movement speed by 60% for 8 seconds. Next, we have Farstrider. Your ability critical strikes have a 10% chance to reset the remaining cooldown on disengage. After that, we have Dash. Increases the duration of aspect of the cheetah by 3 seconds. For our level 60 talents, we have One with the Pack. Grants Wild Call, 10% increased chance to reset the cooldown on Dire Beast. Next, we have Bestial Fury. Increases the damage bonus of Bestial Wrath by 20%. And then we have Link Strikes. Your pet's basic attack deals 50% increased damage, can now be used from 30 yards away, and will instantly teleport your pet behind its target. Your pet can teleport only once per 20 seconds. For our level 75 talents, we have Binding Shot. Fires a magical projectile, tethering the enemy and any other enemies within 5 yards for 10 seconds, stunning them for 5 seconds if they move more than 5 yards from the arrow. Next is Wyvern Sting. A stinging shot that puts the target to sleep, incapacitating them for 30 seconds. Damage will cancel the effect, usable while moving. After that, we have Intimidation. Commands your pet to intimidate the target, stunning it for 5 seconds. For our level 90 talents, we have a Murder of Crows. Summons a flock of crows to attack your target, dealing X amount of physical damage over 15 seconds. When a target dies while affected by this ability, its cooldown will reset. Next, we have Barrage. Rapidly fires a spray of shots for 2.8 seconds, dealing X amount of physical damage to the target and an average of X amount of physical damage to each other enemy in front of you, usable while moving. Third, we have Volley. Launches a volley of shots at the target area, dealing X amount of physical damage over 6 seconds. And for our level 100 talents, we have Stampede. Summon a herd of stampeding animals from the wilds around you that deal damage to your enemies for 12 seconds. Second, we have Killer Cobra. While Bestial Wrath is active, Cobra Shot has a 25% chance to reset the cooldown on Kill Command. And third, we have Aspect of the Beast. Kill Command causes an additional effect based on your pet's specialization. Ferocity. The target also bleeds for X amount of physical damage over 6 seconds. Tenacity, your pet also takes 15% reduced damage for 6 seconds. And Cunning, the target's movement speed is also reduced by 50% for 4 seconds. Next, we'll be looking at the Marksmanship talents. For our level 15 talents, we have Lone Wolf. Increases your damage by 20%, but you no longer have a pet. Second, we have Steady Focus. Using Arcane Shot or Multi-Shot 3 times in a row increases your focus regeneration by 20% for 10 seconds. Third, True Aim. Each successive Arcane Shot or Aim Shot fired at the same target increases the damage those shots deal to the target by 2%, stacking up to 10 times. Limit 1 target. For our level 30 talents, we have Explosive Shot. Fires a slow-moving munition directly forward. Activating this ability a second time detonates the shot. dealing up to X amount of fire damage to all enemies within 8 yards, damage based on proximity. Next we have Black Arrow. Fires a black arrow at the target, dealing X amount of shadow damage over 8 seconds and summoning a dark minion to taunt it for the duration. When you kill an enemy, the remaining cooldown on Black Arrow will reset. Third, we have Trick Shot. Aim Shot will now also ricochet and hit all vulnerable targets for 30% of normal damage. For our level 60 talents, we have Careful Aim, Aim Shot, Arcane Shot, Mark Shot, and Multi-Shot have a 20% increased critical strike chance against targets above 80% health, and those critical strikes deal an additional 30% damage over 8 seconds. After that, we have Heightened Vulnerability. Your next Mark Shot applies 3 stacks of vulnerability to all marked targets. Third, Patient Sniper. Gain the patience of a veteran sniper, increasing your maximum focus by 30 and causing Marked Shot to apply Deadeye instead of vulnerability. Deadeye increases your Marked Shot and Aim Shot damage by 150% for 8 seconds. For our level 75 talents, Blinding Shot and Wearing Shot are the same for the other specializations, but we also have Camouflage. You blend into the surroundings and gain stealth for 1 minute. While camouflaged, you will heal for 2% every 1 second. For our level 90 talents, they are all the same as the previous specializations. For our level 100 talents, we have Sidewinders. Launches Sidewinders that travel forward to the target, weaving back and forth and dealing X amount of nature damage to each target they hit. Cannot hit the same target twice. Applies vulnerability to all targets. Next, we have Headshot, a powerful shot which deals up to X amount of physical damage to the target and up to X amount of physical damage to all enemies between you and the target. And finally, Lock and Load. Your ranged auto attacks have a 10% chance to trigger Lock and Load, causing your next 2 aim shots to cost no focus and be instant. And now we're going to look at the survival talents. For our level 15 talents, we have Animal Instincts. Flanking Strike also grants you the instincts of your pet for 7 seconds, providing one of the following combat enhancements. Instincts of the Raptor increases haste by 10%. Instincts of the Cheetah increases movement speed by 20%. Instincts of the Mongoose increases mastery by 10%. Next, we have Throwing Axes. Tosses 3 axes at an enemy, each dealing X amount of physical damage. After that, we have Way of the Mok'Nathal. Raptor Strike also grants you Mok'Nathal tactics, increasing your attack power by 5% for 8 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. For our level 30 talents, we have Caltrops. Scatters Caltrops in an area. Enemies who step on the Caltrops will take X amount of physical damage and have 70% reduced movement speed for 15 seconds. After that, we have Improved Traps. Reduces the cooldown of Freezing Trap by 15% and the cooldown of Explosive Trap and Tar Trap by 50%. Third, we have Steel Trap. This replaces Freezing Trap. Hurls a steel trap to the target location that immobilizes the first enemy that approaches for 30 seconds and deals X amount of bleed damage over 30 seconds. Other damage may break the immobilization effect. Limit 1 trap will exist for 1 minute. For our level 45 talents, we have Post Haste. Harpoon also frees you from all movement impairing effects and increases your movement speed by 60% for 8 seconds. Next, we have Far Strider. Your ability, critical strikes have a 10% chance to reset the remaining cooldown on Harpoon. Dash is the same as with the other specializations. For level 60 talents, we have a Murder of Crows, which is similar to the other specializations. We then have Dragon's Fire Grenade. Hurls a Dragon Fire Grenade at the target that explodes into flames, inflicting X amount of fire damage over 8 seconds and reducing movement speed by 20%. The volatile flames on the target also scorch nearby enemies for X amount of damage every 1 second. Next, we have Snake Hunter. Instantly grants you 3 charges of Mongoose Bite. For our level 75 talents, we have Sticky Bomb. Hurls a concussive grenade at your target, which sticks to them and explodes after 3 seconds, knocking back all nearby enemies. Next to that, we have Ranger's Net. Hurls a net at the enemy, rooting the target for 3 seconds and then reducing movement speed by 50% for 15 seconds. Damage may break the effect. And third, we have Camouflage, which works the same as the other specializations. For our level 90 talents, we have Butchery. Strike all nearby enemies in a flurry of strikes, inflicting X amount of physical damage to each. Next, we have Mortal Wounds. Each time Lacerate deals damage, you have a 2% chance to gain a charge of Mongoose Bite. Third, we have Serpent Sting. Targets hit by your Raptor Strike and Carve are also affected by Serpent Sting, dealing X amount of nature damage over 15 seconds. And finally, for our level 100 talents, we have Spitting Cobra. Summons a Spitting Cobra for 30 seconds that attacks your target for X amount of nature damage over 2 seconds. While the Cobra is active, you gain an extra 3 focus every 1 second. Next, we have Expert Trapper. All of your traps are improved in the following ways. Freezing Trap. When Freezing Trap Incapacitate effect ends, the victim and all nearby enemies' movement speed is reduced by 50% for 4 seconds. Explosive Trap. Increases explosive traps' damage over time by 100%. Tar Trap. Enemies moving through the tar have a chance to be rooted in place for 4 seconds. And Steel Trap. Your Steel Trap also deals an immediate X amount of bleed damage when triggered. Thank you for watching this video on the Hunter talents for the Legion Beta. If you liked, please hit the like button. If not, then you can hit the dislike button if you want. I don't really care. If you want to see more videos made by me, maybe hit the subscription button. And if you want to see the other talents for the other classes, please click on any of the videos you see before you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later!